Alright, so for episode, what is this now? 35? Yeah. So for episode 35 of this game, we are now going to do our final event on this row of championship mode, and that is the Lamborghini Murciélago race. And where we are racing at ancient ruins for 3 laps. Take Lamborghini's latest out for 3 laps at ancient ruins. You'll have a full grid of Murciélagos to contend with. You must place first to unlock event 27 and the Lamborghini Murciélago. 10-4. So this is the Lamborghini Murciélago. As you can probably tell, this car was relatively new at the time. Was probably the newest in Lamborghini's showroom, and I also believe it was technically their successor to the Diablo as well. But as for the colour, yeah, why not? Let's try this thing in yellow. Just because that's what the colour of the Lambo is in this game's intro. I at least want to make this subject relatable anyway. So same description again, and we've got a full house of Lamborghinis in terms of our contenders. Okay, let's go. So all 8 opponents are competing in this race, and it's going to be 3 laps around ancient ruins. And this thing has definitely got some power, there's no question about that. At least compared to a lot of the other cars I've driven up to this point in the game. And having to step on the brakes there for a moment so I don't get involved in anyone's mess. And going round to the inside, also upshifting so I don't hit the outside wall. And up into 6th gear, and now going over 180 miles an hour on the jump, and I was literally roof riding for a moment there. I was literally riding on what's-his-face. I was literally roof riding for a moment there whilst I was closing in on the leader, and then I basically landed on him. It was basically as if the tailwind that was right behind us had basically forced him to roof ride him, because that's just how close I was to getting past him. And this, I would imagine, is going to be a pretty quick race, at least compared to a lot of others, because this is very clearly a change of pace compared to what it is I'm used to. I'm also going to have to do a lot of blocking in this race to somehow pull this off. So Wayne is in 2nd, followed by Dom. Then it is Juan, who is in 4th as we approach the end of lap 1. I have a feeling we're pretty close to the start-finish line now. At least we're not too far from it. And just so I can get used to the car, I'm going to take the normal route, just so I can become adjusted to the Murciélago. I obviously don't want to damage this thing too soon, because this thing, I gotta say, is pretty powerful. And it's going to take me less than 2 minutes to set my first lap. And I'm still leading at this stage of the race. Dom tries an outside maneuver. He almost manages to pull it off, but he doesn't quite because I was on the inside. The inside is the better place to be if you were going to plan on overtaking me through that sector. And on the bumps once again. And what's my top speed going to be this time? Looks like it's going to be 175 this time. Although I'm pretty sure the top speed I hit before probably had to be either 181 or 182 down the stretch. Because I was literally so close to whoever the leader was at the time that had I realistically taken the lead from that slipstream, I probably would have been doing at least 185 miles an hour, judging by my estimation. At least I think that's how fast I would have been going regarding MPH. Still, this is what I consider to be a considerable change of pace compared to the compared of course to the Holden I was driving in the previous event. This, in my opinion, is very much a revolutionary change of pace. So, yeah. Don't think it's really worth it for me to take the boardwalk at this stage of the race, because I know the car is already loose enough. I don't want to make it even looser and risk putting myself into an accident I don't want to be in. It's easier to go fast with this car and stay on the right path than it is to risk going on the wrong path and permanently damaging at least the front end of this car above anything else, and I still keep myself in the lead. Basically blocking with my life over Dom, who is definitely giving me a real good scrap here for the race lead, knowing that's just how competitive we are. And I overshoot the corner. Well, it was going to happen sooner or later. Can't really say I'm that surprised as I take the jump. And short shifting into 5th gear, maybe seeing if I can build up some more speed. But for now at least, everything seems to more or less be going well, as I take this very beneficial shortcut and trying to make sure that I do get some speed built up here. What's my top speed going to be? Down here, and that's a wall. Oh well, anyway. So 171 through that set of corners. And I am absolutely flying at this stage of the race. Wondering if I can manage to go above 180. I just hit 183 right there through those corners. So that definitely goes to show just how much faster this car is compared to the Holden I was driving just a few minutes before. Because this car is quick, and I mean quick. We are definitely entering the supercar territory in terms of speeds now. And what's my top speed going to be at the line?
The winner
172. And we've now got the Murciélago.
You've unlocked the Need for Speed edition of the Dodge Viper GTS.
I'm going to assume that's because we got 1.5 million NFS points for winning the Dodge. That's just my assumption, but I think that's what we win from getting 1500 NFS points.
Way to go! You have just won the Lamborghini Murciélago race.
Nice. Can I please have my Lamborghini now?
You've unlocked the Lamborghini Murciélago.
Thank you. We have now got the Lamborghini Murciélago in our garage. And we now have just 20 cars, well, 20 plus cars left to unlock. So, pretty close race altogether, at least from first to third, because I won by less than 1.5 seconds over Dom. Mika was definitely keeping it close there, and the top 4 all tied for the highest average speed. And both Ashley and Liv were tied for the highest top speed of 203 miles per hour. Meanwhile, my top speed in that race was 184. And I probably could have been faster as well, but again, I didn't have a drafting partner, so, you know. But it doesn't matter because I still won the race anyway. Wayne completes the top 4. Ashley was 5th, 5 seconds behind me. Juan was 6th. Alexis finished in 7th. And once again, it was Liv who basically finished in last once again. I guess I can now start calling her last place Liv.
You've beaten the lap record for this track.
Because that's just how unfortunate she is.
You've got the best time for this track.
And thinking as though she literally finished second to me in the 400 brake horsepower plus tournament just 2 segments before this one. Well, 3 segments before accounting with this one. At least if you're wanting any corrections. So, you know, there is that. Still, I gotta say, that was a pretty feisty race, I'm not gonna lie. We were definitely running our race cars like we were literally in the middle of a bull run. Because we were definitely charging bulls in that race. Because of the speeds we were doing. And it is fair to say that we have now hit supercar territory. And this is a very sudden change of pace, I have to say. Well, at least I can say it's the importance of what it takes to come alive. Okay, so just a little bit longer, and then I think that should do it. Yeah, I basically had to block with my life just to somehow hold on to the lead the way I did. I'd also imagine that's not going to work every time either. Okay. And, yep, okay, we're done. Okay. I've got enough evidence. Oh, no. I do want to save the game, actually. Because I just remembered this is a single race event. Saving the game, of course, so in case if anything does happen, I at least know where I'm up to. And let's now review our 2 new cars. So, the first one we unlocked, if I can find it, Should be in here somewhere. Where are you? Ah, here you are. So, wow. I gotta say, I did not expect the NFS version of the Dodge Viper GTS was going to be this cool. I mean, it's literally got a flame vinyl on the hood of this car. I did not think it was going to be that cool. This car looks amazing, by the way. I gotta say, especially if you look at the decal. Well, the vinyl at the front. Got no idea why I said decal, that's clearly a vinyl. Okay, well, anyway. Let's now find our Lamborghini, wherever the hell it is. I know it's in here somewhere. Ah, here it is. Lamborghini Murciélago, baby. We've now got one of our 2 Italian charging bulls. Even though the brand itself is owned by Volkswagen. But yeah, Lamborghini Murciélago, baby. As I said before. Yeah. Okay, enough messing. So, another row of the championship tree is now complete. And next time, we will be getting started with our next row of Ultimate Racer mode. And we begin that with the European Invitational Tournament. And with that, stay tuned for more of Hot Pursuit 2.